Hello, 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 fellow investors. Hopefully, you made some money last week. Yep. This is HB. I'm back. Want to talk some money, talking investment. Now, you Cash App gurus, now, we small money, right? So, we deal with Cash App. We ain't deal with no brokers and all that stuff. Let's talk about the investment tips that I had that I gave out last week. I think it was November 27th. So we're going to try to keep a track. So talk about that real quick. Not going to keep this video too long. So what we said was Tesla, NIO, General Electric, Delta, Aurora, Cannabis, General Motors, Beatrice, American Airlines, Spirit, and T-Mobile. All right. So what did they do? They were at that's their numbers, and that's their increase. So we'll talk about Tesla in a little bit, but NIO actually dropped. Okay, sorry. Anyway, saw that one coming, and I kind of jumped off of it, but I didn't do a midweek thing on that. So anyway, we do a weekly update. Anyway, General Electrics went up, Delta went up, everybody else went up. All right, so NIO was the big loser. All right, so what's how we ended up, and what are our tips for this week? Tips this week. So I made some changes on the top 10. Look at this. Tesla, it went from 585 to 599. I thought that was a good buy. I'm loading up on Tesla. General Electric. Now, this was interesting because General Electric, they are still $10.48. They just moved to $10.88. Now, the good thing is, if you got $100 on that, you're going to have a lot of movement, right? If you have 200, 300, 400, even $20, you're going to see movement, and you're going to make money off of that. Even though it's not going to, it's not like blowing up like Tesla is, right? Because if you think about it, if you bought $1,000 worth of Tesla, you only have 2 shares. But if you bought $1,000 of General Electric, whoo, you're having about 100 shares. So when it moved from 1040 to 1088, the multiplier is greater. So you gotta look at that type of stuff too now when you're investing. All right, the other one, American Airlines moved about $2 or a little less than $2. Spirit had another move about $2. Now this company, Zscaler. Now, why am I interested in Zscaler? Zscaler is actually a that's the GPS thing, Look them up. They're connected to the industry. They're like a supplier in a major supply chain thing that's going on with Tesla. So I'm interested in that. And with their tech. It's a tech company. Now T-Mobile on the sneak, right? So T-Mobile come up a long ways. They did that big deal with Spirit, and now, so it's a steady hand with them as they expand using Spirit. And then this other company, Garmin, or Garmin, Garmin. Now, Garmin made a nice move. Now, I've been back and forth with this stock, and they are, I think, a GPS. They supply the GPS stuff for the automobiles that want to be, autonomous. I mean, auto drive kind of thing. So they deal with GPS and signals and stuff like that. But of course, they're into automation too. So, because it's all about GPS, All right, Ford and GM made some moves. GM went up about $1, and it went from 49.92 to 44.40, and Ford is holding steady. Now, I'm more buying on Ford because GM is about where it was last year around, before COVID. Ford, though, have a little ways to go. Delta, it's still a good buy. It's around where it was, but it's been lean and mean. And of course, they're getting some more bailout money, the airlines. So their stocks are going to look good, and they're going to come out. Delta felt like they made some good cuts. They made some good deals with their staff and their crew, and so they're going to come out. They're coming out a lot stronger than they were, a couple of months ago. All right, now so those are my tips for this week. At least this is what I'm starting off with. Last week I did some buying and selling, okay, and moved some things around, okay. Um, I think I rushed the selling of Aurora cannabis. I kind of sold off. I took out my interest that I had in it and just kind of left what I made, and it's doing okay, But I think I should have held on a little longer because, it started dipping, but then it came back. All right. So if you had Aurora and you were like, man, that thing, and you were doing what I was doing, like, man, what the heck, what's going on? I'm losing, But then by the end of the week, it came back. So you got to watch that. You got to believe in the stocks that you pick. All right, special interests. I'm watching the cruise lines. So watch Norwegian Cruise and Carnival because people are booking a year in advance, and people are seeing that by the summer with the vaccine and all that, people confidence are going to go up, and they're going to want to travel. People been saving their money, and feeling cabin fever and all that stuff. So watch this move that's coming up. All right. The other thing is Alibaba. If you look at Alibaba, is like the Chinese version of Amazon, right? They need to do some more work with expanding in terms of their deliveries and stuff like that. But the stock is so low. Look at that compared to Amazon. It's at 3,000, like 700, somewhere like that. So if that even goes to half of what, if Alibaba goes to half of what Amazon is, it's gonna be interesting, right? All right. The last one that I'm watching is this Pactive Evergreen, right? It's food, right? They're doing some packaging foods, and they're streamlining a lot of stuff with packaging food. And with COVID, it kind of showed that people are going to want stuff delivered to them, and buying stuff in packs kind of reduce the effect that COVID had. That's my that's where I'm at, man. That's where my picks are for this week. My tips. Now remember, investing is come with a risk and a premium. So if you are interested in investing, these are just my tips, what I'm doing. I'll make changes throughout the week, but it's a good start for you if you're just coming in, to have some feedback from a simple guy who's just doing his own thing. Again, remember, on Cash App you can invest $1. So my top 10, you can take $10 and say, I'm just gonna put $1 on each one and see if HB know what he's talking about. I don't look. I'm just going with what I feel and what I research, and a lot of research can be done on Cash App too. And just look up the stocks and keep your eyes open and your ears open when things are happening, and then go look up which companies are involved and see if they're traded on the platform with Cash App, and then go do your thing. All right, that's it, man. That's my tips. Let's look at uh, Tesla, General Electrics, American Airlines. Uh, I'm gonna say American Airlines. Look at where Delta is, $41, right? And look where American Airlines is, $14, right? Look at where Spirit is, $23, climbing, right? So I think that the airline stocks are gonna kind of bottom up gonna start slowing down with this momentum when they get into the 30s. Okay, so once they start hitting $30 per share, so if you get in now, this is just a prediction. All right, I think as they come up, you'll be able to maybe hit it in there. All right, this is HB. Love you always. Don't risk. Don't put your rent on this. Okay, like I said, make a commitment. Is it $10? Is it $20? Is it $200 a paycheck? And throughout the week, say you bought $100 worth of Tesla and or T-Mobile or wherever, and it's not doing anything or it's not moving as fast, sell it and do some research on something else that's moving and put it on there, and so you can shop around. But man, you don't want to do that too much, because if you sell that stock and then by the end of the week it's all good, you're like, oh, okay. Anyway, have fun and enjoy trading with Cash App. All right, this is HB. Deuces. Have fun and make some money this week. Yeah, boy.